basketball has really consumed my life for a year. So I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast. I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting back.
There's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place.
Caitlin Clark has announced she'll be stepping away from basketball until April, taking a brief hiatus. In the meantime, Alyssa Thomas has addressed the hateful slurs directed at her by some of Clark's supporters.
Waco. Caitlin will not play off-season basketball. 200-plus days until we see Caitlin Clark play basketball again.
Allow me to publicly thank the Indiana Fever for putting up such a great fight tonight and for battling back again and again and again all season long. Let me thank Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level than they should be at this stage and age. Was I ever entered?
In her last game, Caitlin Clark was taken down hard, tackled to the floor, but unsurprisingly, no foul was called.
Things that this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So, yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again, so.
Of course, she got tackled to the ground in her last game. No foul, naturally. But hey, we all know why. It was Caitlin Clark.
We don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And, we come to play basketball for our job and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it.
Alyssa Thomas wasn't pleased after the game. Despite contributing to her team's win, she expressed frustration over how fans, particularly Fever fans, treated her throughout the matchup. Interestingly though, when Angel Reese took her down not long ago, she stayed silent. But when it involves Caitlin Clark, suddenly it's a different story.
Clark literally played close to an entire NBA season. Caitlin Clark played in 81 games over the span of 324 days and was on the floor for 2,850 minutes.
Caitlin Clark's decision to take an extended break following her breakout WNBA season may mark a pivotal moment in her career, and perhaps in women's basketball as a whole. As she steps away from the court for the next 200-plus days, questions loom. How will her absence influence the Indiana Fever's momentum and the broader dynamics of the WNBA? By choosing rest over playing overseas or participating in 3x3 competitions, Clark signals a new, intentional approach to longevity and self-care in a sport that often demands year-round commitment. While some were surprised by the move, it's a choice that reflects both her awareness of her physical limits and her growing influence. The implications for WNBA viewership, media attention, and the future of women's sports are undeniable, because when Caitlin Clark takes a pause, the whole league feels it.
Now has 761 points, breaking the record once held by Simone Augustus. However, there is a caveat. Augustus set the mark back in 2006 when the WNBA regular season was just 34 games. Clark broke the record in 39.
Caitlin Clark's final game of the season wasn't just another regular matchup. It was a playoff showdown, where every possession counted and the pressure was at its peak. Going head-to-head with the seasoned and formidable Connecticut Sun squad, the Indiana Fever were clear underdogs. But as she's done all season, Caitlin rose to the occasion. With poise, grit, and signature flair, she delivered a performance that reminded everyone why she's become one of the most talked about names in basketball.
Caitlin put up an impressive 25 points and dished out 9 assists.
For those paying close attention, it was evident that Caitlin Clark could have easily racked up even more assists. Over and over, she delivered flawless passes to her teammates, only to watch as they missed seemingly straightforward layups. This wasn't a case of mere bad luck. Caitlin's playmaking skills were on full display. She was creating prime opportunities, finding her teammates in perfect positions, and making the game flow effortlessly for everyone around her. Unfortunately, the shots just didn't fall.
How I would grade myself. I'm a tough grader. I feel like I had a solid year, but for me, the fun part is I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm one that's nitpicking every single thing I do. And I know I want to, help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates. And I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to improve. So that's what excites me the most. I feel like I can continue to get a lot better. And before we know it, I'm sure we'll all be back here.
The pressure in that game wasn't solely on Caitlin Clark's shoulders. The Indiana Fever, a team that had faced its share of struggles throughout the season, found themselves up against a Connecticut Sun squad that was well-rounded and seasoned in the playoffs. But Caitlin wasn't one to shy away from a challenge. From the opening tip, she came out aggressive, attacking the basket, confidently taking her shots, and ensuring she gave her team every possible chance to secure a win. Her fearless approach was a testament to her leadership, proving once again that she thrives under pressure.
A lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops, who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave a damn.
While Caitlin Clark's last game may have ended in disappointment, her season as a whole was nothing short of extraordinary. This year, she firmly established herself as one of the most exciting and versatile talents in the WNBA. From her explosive scoring ability to her playmaking mastery, Caitlin was undeniably the heart and soul of the Indiana Fever. It's crucial to recognize just how remarkable her season was, especially given the level of competition in the WNBA. Every team in the league knew Caitlin was the player to stop. Defensive schemes were built around slowing her down, and opposing coaches continuously adjusted their strategies to limit her influence. Yet, night after night, Caitlin found ways to dominate, showcasing her elite talent and unwavering determination.
It was a lot of fun watching Caitlin Clark's rookie season, which is now over. The Indiana Fever knocked out of the postseason by the Connecticut Sun in a 2-game sweep. And so we got to see the carryover from Iowa transition to the pro game, her ability to help develop a team's cohesion and chemistry. And we saw that work so well as the season went on. Clearly brought, like a magnet, phenomenal attention to the league, bringing new fans, a committed fan base, not just in her home arena, but bringing fans to away arenas and packing the houses and increasing different venues from smaller to larger because of their presence. It's been...
Caitlin Clark's ability to score from deep range is undoubtedly one of her standout traits. Her knack for sinking three-pointers from well beyond the arc, and doing so with remarkable efficiency, forces defenders to stay tight on her, which opens up driving lanes she can easily exploit with her speed and ball-handling mastery. But Caitlin's game isn't limited to just scoring. She's also one of the league's premier playmakers, regularly dishing out assists and involving her teammates in the offense. Caitlin's playmaking ability sets her apart from many other top scorers. It's this balance between scoring and creating for others that makes her such a unique and dangerous player on the court.
Players focus solely on putting points on the board.
Caitlin possesses a rare vision on the court, consistently delivering the right pass at precisely the right moment. Her 9 assists in her final game perfectly showcased this skill, an impressive stat that could have been even higher if more of her teammates had capitalized on their chances. But what truly distinguished Caitlin this season wasn't just her numbers, it was her leadership. Despite her youth, she embraced a pivotal role for the Fever, becoming the go-to player in clutch situations. Whether it was draining a critical shot late in the game or stepping up with a game-saving defensive stop, Caitlin rose to the occasion time and again. Her blend of composure, leadership, and basketball IQ make her one of the most vital players in the WNBA this year.
I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of it.
Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Okay.